a Facebook message how powerful this can be, because the line that Susan Wade came from was my daughter's 6th grade teacher, who we've been messaging back and forth on Facebook for 2 years. Okay? 2 years. She became a loyal customer, and after a couple of months after that, they saw the vision. They're like, oh my gosh, you want to sell this thing? That's Terry Wood. Which she went diamond in, like double diamond in 4 months. So that was the beginning of just a lot of exciting things happening in our business. And down the line through there, there's Brooke Tomatich, and of course, the couple that I want to bring up right now, who I absolutely love and adore, Michael and Susan Wade.
Come on! Start this off here. How many people have a monthly budget they kind of keep track of, you know? Yeah, that was me. I was very, very, very adamantly looking at that all the time. And I'd always call her and say, hey, you know, got to get the budget right. I got, you know, okay, do we have enough money for this? Well, so I worked really, really hard. When I got out of college, I made $32,000 my first year. 32. And I went to a private, after my first 2 years at UT Knoxville, transferred to Belmont. Thought, my goodness, this private education, they do something for me. So I spent a lot of money going to private education, pulled out student loans, and I thought that, you know, maybe this may be good. Well, I got out after graduated from Belmont, $32,000, my first job. And started a little, you know, startup company, worked up a little bit. After 3 years, I was at $47,000. 3 years. $47,000. And Susan here is an RN, registered nurse. So, and a lot of people go, oh my goodness, registered nurses make a lot of money. But what they don't realize is that if you get called off a couple times, that's a couple $100 that night you're losing out on. Let's say you get called off twice a month, 24 times in a year, and you make, you know, $200 a night. That's a lot of money. So, where you thought you were going to make, you know, 40, 45,000, you actually come out maybe, what, 37? I think she made her first year as an RN. So anyways, long story short, you know, we were there. We were, you know, looking at the monthly budgets, and I worked really hard for this certification at my job, which they said, you know, maybe 47,000, easily double your income. So I look at Susan, I go, hey, I'm going to work really hard at getting this certification. This is our ticket. This is what you wanted. You wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. So I spent a whole year, another year of my life, going to get this certification. And finally passed in October, and it was 2012. And our first daughter, Vivian, was born in August. And right before she was born, I said, Susan, I'm almost finished. I'm supposed to get this big pay raise. You can go ahead and quit your job and come on home. We had by that time 6 months savings. You know, because we're going month to month. And let's do a little calculation here. You know, let's just say you bring home $4,000 a month, and average rent, you know, is about $1,000 a month. And then you got food, you got to buy groceries. Let's say $400 or $500 a month. There's $1,500 of your $4,000. Then what about gas or medical expenses, or, you know, there's all these other things that add up. At the end of the day, we were barely making it by. We had maybe $50 to $100 left over on our budget without her working. So that's 6 months of savings. My car broke down. What do? Do you go get it fixed, or do you not? Well, anyways, after the baby, this girl from California, one of her friends kept saying, you got to try this wrap. You got to try this wrap. It's amazing. And I've been in a network marketing company before. I believed in the models. I've always owned my own businesses. I've been a business type of person, but I was also a chemistry major. You know, there's no way this wrap can do this. There's no way. So I'm not, you know, I'm a mixture of colors, but I will tell you that I went through every single compensation plan. I went through the ingredients. I went through everything. And it took, what, about a month and a half, 2 months for you to try it?
Right, but you left out what happened.
I will.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. So anyways, daughter's born. She's at home. Get the certification. Company says, all right, thank you for getting the certification, but we're not going to give you a pay raise. So boom, stuck between a rock and a hard place. And it's tough. it took me honestly about a week or two before I could even tell her that they even told me that they weren't going to give me this pay raise, because I knew that her dreams were shattered, my dreams were shattered, and it got to the point where we were going to our friend's, baby shower. And I finally broke down and just started crying in the car. I said, Susan, I said, I gotta be honest with you. I said, I don't know an easy way to tell you this. I said, but they're not gonna give me a raise. We are losing money every month. I said, we have honestly about 3 more months at basically at the rate that we're going before we can't afford to be in our rental house. And we've got 1 or 2 options. You can either go back to work, or we can go move in with your parents or live in a car. I said, I don't know what else to tell you. I said, because my job isn't going to be able to do something. I can try to find another job, but I just don't know what to do. And that was tough. I mean, as a man trying to, help support a family, that's one of the hardest things you can ever tell your wife, is that you can't provide, and that, you need some extra help, and you got to go back to work. So she tries to wrap, and you want to tell a little bit more about the story?
Yeah, I mainly wanted to be honest with you guys today. I did go presidential really fast. I did it in 10 months, and I'm still working on ambassador. But I don't remember who said it, but this business is a whole bunch of personal growth. And today I'm just sitting there, and I made notes because I was up till 2 a.m. I never do this, you guys, but so bear with me if I'm all over the place. But I just felt like there are certain things that I needed to say today. I wanted him to kind of tell our story, but okay. So the first thing is, you've got to be real with your team. You have to be real. A lot of the times I try to sugarcoat things. I've got a lot of yellow in me. I like to cry and be really sensitive and not hurt people's feelings. You got to be real with your team. If they're not running that ADPP auto shipment, you got to say, sorry, I can't, I got to go with my runners. Because the people that are super serious about this business and their why makes them cry, they're going to run that auto shipment. I've got girls eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, selling DVD players, doing garage sales so that they can be out there wrapping people. And when I had people write me saying that they've done everything they can because they posted on Facebook twice a day, it really just makes me upset for them. Because when I started this business, I wrap people 5 or 6 times a day. People look at me and they see what I do on social media and they immediately...
I was worried our neighbors thought we were selling something else. I was pulling up. A couple minutes later, they were leaving. And it happened all day.
So I wrapped people, you guys. When my newborn baby was sleeping, I had a wrap appointment. And I get messages every day that are like, oh, you're the social media girl. Tell me how you got to presidential on social media. And yes, Facebook helped me a lot. It's a great tool. But you guys, it is not the only way to do this business. This is a belly-to-belly business, and Melody teaches that. And if you are sitting there on Instagram all day and you are not wrapping people, you're not going to be on this stage. I'm being honest with you guys today, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it because that's what I'm used to doing. Okay, so the second thing is you need to listen when you blitz. Instead of just throwing the card in their face, you need to listen. A lot of the personal relationships that you're going to make when you're out blitzing is going to be more of them talking. If it's just you talking, you're not blitzing correctly. You really need to listen to them. We were in Cracker Barrel. I use my daughter all the time. Oh, Vivian, can you get this sweet lady a coupon? And as soon as she got the card, I let her start talking. And we ended up finding out that her daughter just had surgery. She got 17 cysts removed. Immediately greens popped in my head, but I didn't say anything yet. She started crying to me, saying that her daughter's worried she'll never have children again. I was up till 2 a.m. last night with having a 2-hour conversation with this girl that I met in Cracker Barrel. She was pouring her heart out to me. That's what a blitz is in this business. It's making a personal relationship with them. Do you think that they looked at me as a salesperson that day? No. They looked at me as a friend, and I didn't even have to mention joining my team. I added her on Facebook in Cracker Barrel, and she went on my Facebook page, saw my team post on my wall, and I give them tons of encouragement. She was like, I want to sign up with you. What is this? That's how you blitz. So just be very personal. You got to stay positive on your Facebook page. Stop posting negative stuff. I see it every single day, and I'm not going to harp on this because I always say it, but I'm just honest with my team. Like you can't talk about your car breaking down because your commission check that just came out last month stunk. I saw a Diamond post that her commission check dropped and she's not sure if she wants to quit. Even if you're thinking about quitting, like, don't write that. Who's going to join your team after writing that on Facebook? It's common sense. You have to be the leader that you would want to sign up with. You can't just talk about money in this business. When you are out there talking to potentials, talk about this. Talk about family. Talk about how much your life has changed. Friendships. I cannot tell you how much I've grown. Just me, a lot of reds come out too, but I've formed these friendships with people that I can't even explain to you. There's things that I've gone through without these people, I can't even imagine. The people that make excuses in this business, you guys, I've had things happen to us that not a lot of people know about, and I act like it didn't really affect me that much. When I went triple, we lost a baby. I had a miscarriage, and I stayed in bed for weeks, acting like everything was okay on Facebook, but it wasn't okay. I acted like I got back to work, immediately. And I didn't want that to be the reason that I quit. And my sweet little 8-week-old baby back there wouldn't be here if that didn't happen. So everything is meant to be. But if I would have allowed myself to quit and I blamed the stress of going triple. I blamed the products that I was taking for losing the baby. But it was the leaders in this company, Dr. Don, talking to me at a boot camp and telling me that, hey, these products did not kill your baby. Stop blaming them, and you need to just focus on why you're here. And it was this huge wake-up call. This man who's y'all, he's like a celebrity with It Works, and he's sitting there hugging me and praying over me. And I was at this point, I had never met Mark, I'd never met Pam, and he's sitting there holding me saying, it's going to be okay. If you're new sitting here, I'm telling you, there's no other company that would do that, period. They have so much integrity. So there's going to be things that are going to happen in your business, and you just got to keep going. You cannot make excuses, and you can't quit. Because all these leaders sitting up here, we're not perfect. I'm not perfect. There are things that I've done with my team, and I've overreacted. I've been emotional. I haven't stood my ground when I need to. But I'm learning. I am learning. And every single one of us is learning. And there's no difference between you sitting there as a distributor and me standing up here as a presidential. The only difference is that I'm just going to keep fighting every little thing that comes my way. I'm just going to keep going. What did I say? Oh, dream bigger. We had so many dreams, getting out of debt, obviously, getting a new house, which we were able to do. When my husband, came along in this business. But some things that, now that I put on my dream board that I never could have imagined. We're enrolling Vivian, our 2-year-old, in a Montessori school on Monday. We just randomly had a couple start talking to us about how her daughter was going to be in Montessori. And we just were oh. So we did the research and prayed about it, and it was a last-minute decision. We didn't even think twice about the money. 2 years ago, oh my goodness, if I would have looked at that tuition, I would have cried my eyes out, because I want that for Vivian. I want her to be in a school like that. We didn't even think twice. We're let's do it. And she's going on Monday. We're going on a Disney vacation after green carpet. Disney vacations are so expensive. And I'm just going to give props to my mom, because she was a single mom and took us to Disney, and I had no idea how much those vacations cost. They cost a lot of money. And she did it as a single mom. So thank you, Mom. But just to close, dream bigger. Put things on your dream board. My dream right now is to be able to help a woman be able to have a baby, whether it's through adoption or through IVF. Just dream bigger. Put those things on your dream board.
Let's talk more action. I know that, Mark says one of the things is get to action. You can go to all of these events and conferences, but when you get out of here, that's where the rubber meets the road. You have to actually put what you learn into action, and you've got to go out there and you've got to take what you've learned with blitzing. Go out and try it. No one here everybody here, every single person here can be I love Eric Ward, the GoPro. After 2 years, I finally read that and listened to that book. Everyone here can be a network marketing professional while doing something else. Every time you go out and blitz, you can learn and grow and get better at it. So I know we're going to do some more stuff later, but thank you.